Ajay, the live stream has started, so you can start with.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to the meeting number 97 of Mumbai's Speakers Toastmaster Club. I'm Toastmaster Ajay, Sergeant at Arm for today's meeting. I would like to begin by stating the mission of a Toastmaster Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. I would like to give a few instructions that we need to follow in the online meeting environment. Number one, I request all the speakers and role bearer to prefix their role to their names so that it is easy to identify them. Number two, all the speakers are requested to
Sorry, is it just me or we've lost Ajay?
Yeah, there's a network issue, I guess. Can someone text him? Or
Yeah, I'll just check with him.
okay, yeah.
I'm disconnecting up.
Sure. Okay.
I'm really sorry,
Yeah.
there's some internet issue. I'm connected on the backup link. So can I start from the stretch or I can start it from the in between?
Hey, you can restart Ajay.
Okay. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the meeting number 97 of Mumbai Speakers Toastmaster Club. I'm Toastmaster Ajay, Sergeant at Arm for today's meeting. I would like to begin by stating the mission of a Toastmaster Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. I would like to give a few instructions that we need to follow in the online meeting environment. I request all the speakers and role bearers to prefix their role to their name so that it is easy to identify them. Number two, all the speakers are requested a quick audio and video check before starting their speeches. Request to all speakers to also confirm that they can see the time card before starting their speeches. Number three, I would request you not to type in the chat box when a speaker is speaking and it disturb the speaker's flow. You can use the private chat to provide the feedback. Number five, do not click on share screen unless your speech role bearer requires you to do so. You can display a hi-fi or namaste when taking over or leaving from a role. Number seven, you can connect with me for any technical glitches. Number nine, this meeting is being recorded. In case you have any reservation on your speech being recorded, please let us know and we will pause the recording. Number 10, please turn off your cell phone or set them on silent mode while you are speaking if you are a speaker. Other times, anyway, you all are muted by the Jew master. There are three ways of giving applause. If your video is on, you can clap like this or use the reaction button on your Zoom screen and click the clap options. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome the presiding officer of the day. With thunderous applause, let us welcome the presiding officer for the today's meeting, Toastmaster Brijesh. Over to you, Toastmaster Brijesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay. That was a very appreciating welcome for me. Very recently, I came across this image, which mentioned she is strong, smart, crafty, passionate, courageous, generous. She is action, she is emotion, devotion. She has hope, beauty, power. She gives you life, respect, love, gratitude. She will nurture you, fight for you, and deserves nothing from you. Yes, I'm talking about the women in our life. They take up varied roles and help us with a lot of things, and they expect nothing less from us. It was a beautiful quote which I came across the Women's Day, and I'll let it just over here and not go more ahead with this. Leave this for the Toastmaster of the day. But that this particular quote, helped me realize the value of women in our life. Now, let me just check if we have any guests in the meeting today. So, good morning, Sonia. I see you as a guest for today's meeting.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, Sonia, you are audible. Sonia, if possible, can you also, start on the web camera?
Turn on. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Sonia.
Can you see me?
Yes, you are visible. So, Sonia, how did you know about our club?
Well, I was searching for public speaking classes in Google. So I came across Toastmasters. I searched for various clubs, and you were one of them. So I thought, let's be a guest in it and see.
Sure. That is great, Sonia. That's the story of I found this club as well. I googled for how to improve my public speaking, reach across Toastmasters, and this club was the first link, which showed up, and I reached out to the VP membership. Sure. So you are at the right place, Sonia. And we'll get back to you after the meeting to hear your feedback. And let me tell you, this is a very special theme, so I'm sure you would enjoy the meeting. Any more guests?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have just one guest today. Sure. So let me not waste much time and hand over the stage to our current president of the club, Toastmaster Misha. Over to you, T-Mod.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bradesh. She is a human first, and then she's a woman. She has been created by God equal to a man. She has ambitions, passions, and obsessions and ambitions, emotions. But why do we turn blind when she has wishes, dreams, and aspirations? Since childhood, she experiences partiality and discrimination, and at every step, she has to fight the world that attacks her with these allegations. Everything in this world without her is incomplete, but there is nothing in this world which makes her complete. Fair, dark, tall, short, fat, skinny, she is beautiful in every way. She has the strength to handle everything, no matter what you think or what you say. She does not need your help, your pity, or your validation. All she desires is love, respect, understanding, and a well deserved appreciation. Her fight against patriarchy is your fight too. Your support in her fight will benefit even you. Being a woman is like having a superpower. Like a superhero, she keeps fighting sexism, misogyny, and patriarchy every day, every hour. Why does her life have to be a constant battle? Why can't we all accept her the way she is and let this fight settle? For everything to be all right, acceptance of change is the key. Let us stop imposing rules and regulations and let her be free. Her freedom, her happiness will bring about peace and prosperity, and it will help us all grow into better human beings, leading to the foundation of a better society. When I wrote this poem, I had a hope that the plight that I have expressed in this poem, the relevance to that plight will lessen someday and maybe perhaps end one day. And with the same hope, I start today's meeting. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nisha De Souza, and I'm going to be the TMOD for today's meeting. I'm ecstatic to be the TMOD for today, as this theme is extremely special to my heart. And I appreciate all of you who have taken the efforts to join us all and be the part of a Toastmasters meeting on a Sunday morning. Our theme for today, as you all know, is Oh Womania, a theme dedicated to the International Women's Day, which is celebrated every year on 8th March all around the world. And it's been almost a century since we are doing this, but it has gained relevance in the past few years due to globalization. International Women's Day is celebrated on the 8th of March annually all around the world to celebrate the political, socio-economic, and cultural achievements of women. The focus is mainly on bringing attention to issues such as gender equality, reproductive rights, violence, and abuse against women. It is also about diminishing the beauty standards that society has made up to have a perfect body. Every theme highlights a particular issue through meaningful messaging in order to educate both men and women to take a stand against unfair standards. Every day we see women around us fight their own battles in life, be it with respect to their work, their family, their health, or their rights. International Women's Day is all about encouraging women and commemorating their achievements. Accepting equality for women will benefit everyone in this world, and hence we all should strive towards aiming for equality. It is said that you give women anything and she multiplies and gives you back. So make sure you give her the right thing. Since this is a Toastmaster meeting, I would like to tell you that it was finally in 1973 that Toastmasters started including women in their organization. And since then, we know how significantly Toastmasters has grown and evolved. Helen Blacard went to become Toastmasters' first female international president from 1985 to 1986. This year was the 50th year of including women in Toastmasters, and hence the Women in Toastmasters event was conducted, which was the brainchild of Toastmasters Rakhi P. and Sandeepa Maheshwari, and originated in District 92, Kerala and Karnataka in India. Rakhi, now in District 121, had the idea of commemorating the 50-year mark by bringing women together for inspiration and camaraderie. I personally have met some amazing women on Toastmasters, and they have been a friend, a confidant, a motherly figure, inspiration, and I could just go on and on. I personally would like to mention Toastmaster Manisha Mishra, who's not here, but she was my first friend and my dear friend in Toastmasters. Our very own, our dearest Toastmaster Sudha Warrior ma'am, who is my mentor, my guide, my confidant. Toastmaster Sarika, who is another wonderful woman and a very dear friend of mine, who I had the pleasure of meeting through Toastmasters, and the extremely talented VPPR Toastmaster Mehek Sheikh. Because of Toastmaster, I met these amazing women and who have add value to my life. If you want something said, ask a man. And if you want something done, ask a woman. I'm sure you all resonate with this quote when I say this, because it's because of the women you have encountered in your life who are living examples to this quote. Let us all remember them and thank them for making our lives beautiful with all the efforts they have taken and continue to take on a daily basis to make sure we are happy. With that said, I would like to begin the Toastmasters meeting. But before that, there are some wonderful gentlemen in the crowd, and I would like to ask their point of view regarding women. So I have some very easy questions, very simple questions, not big philosophical ones. And I would, if anybody would like to volunteer, then it's fine. Otherwise, I would like to choose from the wonderful, amazing men out here. So, would somebody like to volunteer? Okay, why don't we start with Vishal? Okay, Brajesh. Brajesh, my question to you is very simple. See, we are celebrating women, but it is always impossible and incomplete if we don't have men because it's all about equality and being together. Because one's growth is another one's growth as well. So, a very simple, fun question. According to you, if a woman was a color, what color would that woman be? Or like keeping in mind all qualities and everything, if woman was a color, what color would that be and why? Over to you, Toastmaster Brajesh.
Ah, okay, that's got my brain cells tinkering, but I believe color white does justice to that. The reason being, my physics classes have taught me that white is a like when you kind of how would I put it out? It's a color which reflects peace, which goes in with everywhere, and it's something which reflects light. So as you mentioned in your speech, whatever you provide, it's multiplied and thrown back at you. So I believe that color does justice to it. If I had an option of choosing multiple color, I would have gone ahead with the rainbow hue. A combination of all colors which reflects the diversity, the multiple skill sets, the multiple roles and responsibilities which is taken over by women in the life.
That was a beautiful answer, and thank you so much for a lovely answer. Uh, okay, so we have Lalit here. Lalit,
Hey, hi, Misha.
hi Lalit. Okay, see, my questions are in the same thing. I'll just keep changing one noun, okay? So for British, it was color. For you, it is an animal. So if, according to you, if a woman was an animal, what animal would be and why?
If woman was an animal, uh, so I have seen like the animals really take good care of their child and they are very loving to each and everyone around us. So there is no specific animal that I would like to go with, but yeah, in general, the women are really loving, caring, and supporting always. So and never let us feel alone. So that is the thing I would like to say.
Thank you so much, Lalit. Moving on, uh, would any other gentleman like to come forward and answer my question? Deepak, Deepak, for you, my question is, if a woman was a flower, what flower would that woman be and why?
Okay. Yeah. So I would say it should be rose because rose is beautiful. Everyone likes. At the same time, it has I don't know what to say in English. Kata. What to say? Sorry.
Thorn.
Thorn. Okay.
Thorns.
Yeah. Thorns. So means as you have said in your initial thought, Misha, Toastmaster Misha, that it gives the multiplier effect. Whatever you give, it return back. So if you are good to women, then it is good to you. But if you try to exploit her or misbehave with her, then it has harm also. So behave with them carefully because without women, you cannot imagine the world.
That was a beautiful answer. Thank you so much, Deepak. You have very beautifully described the role of a woman, the plight of a woman, and how normally a woman should be behaved with. So thank you so much for your answer. Okay, now we finally have Vishal. Vishal, do you read books?
Not so much, to be honest.
Okay, so okay, fine. So if a woman was a movie, what movie will she be and why?
If a woman was a movie, I believe it would be Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge. That is the movie that really comes to my mind because that talks about a father who is extremely stubborn, but then finally he realizes that even a woman is a person that really should live the dream that she wants to live. And finally, I like the moment when I think everyone here would kind of agree with that when and would know that when Amrish Puri says the famous dialogue, "Ja Simran Ja, Jeele apni zindagi." So that is something which really resonates with with me at least with some of the women that I know and who are extremely successful, extremely independent, and it really gives them a lot of freedom to choose the path that they want to choose.
Thank you so much, Vishal. That was a very lovely answer. And you have actually expressed what a lot of women feel and they think about because to them, freedom is still a luxury. And it's not just to all women, to be very honest. There are very few privileged women who have the exact freedom what freedom defines. But this is a very beautiful answer. So thank you so much, Vishal. Moving on, do we have anybody else? Shreyans. Shreyans, my very, very simple question and a very fun question. If a woman was a edible item or food, what what that food would be and why?
Edible
Sweet, salty,
items.
or whatever. So why do you think any woman should be like a food item actually? So if a woman was a food item, what exactly would she be and why?
Mm, I should probably select some sweet items. So I'll go with Kaju Katli because they are all sweet and I love Kaju Katli so much. And yeah, what? Um, let me think. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not able to. But yeah, I go with Kaju Katli.
Okay, thank you so much, Ryan. Well, I'm sure now you will actually think when you have any item, how anything is related to a woman or how you could define a woman in that particular food item. Because women have a lot of qualities and you will come across a lot of qualities at different instances and different phases of your life. And you will be meeting a lot of women in your throughout your life. So I'm pretty sure maybe after some time, if I ask you again, you might have a good answer to that. Maybe after a few years. So I wish you all the very best for that. So moving on. I'm sorry. Okay, so now I begin with the Toastmasters meeting for which we all have gathered here. To begin with, I would like to tell you about the Toastmasters meeting.
Sorry to interrupt, Toastmaster Misha. Yes, I
Yes.
actually got one answer. Just like how there's a silver plate on Kaju Katli, just like that, women also like to bejewel them with jewelry and silver and gold. Yeah, over to you, Toastmaster Misha.
Thank you, Shreyans, for
Is this the
adding
answer by
motivation.
ChatGPT by any
No, no,
chance?
not at all. How can I type that? It's
Okay.
a small.
ChatGPT.
It's Shreyan's GPT. Yeah. Okay, over to you, Toastmaster Misha.
Thank you, Shreyans. That was fun. So now I would like to begin the Toastmasters meeting for today. For
Sorry
anybody
to
who is
interrupt again. We have
yeah.
one more guest joined. Her name is Priyanka. So if you can address her once.
Hi, Priyanka. Yes, Priyanka. Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Priyanka. Thank you so much for joining us. How do you came to know about us?
I came to know from Chinmay. Actually, first I came to know from my office friend that Toastmasters classes are there where I can join and I can improve my communication. Then I searched on Google also. Then I got a call from Tanmay and he had asked me to join this session, today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. I hope you will have a nice time today. You have joined on a very good day. We are celebrating women, and you have joined the right place, the right time, and the right meeting. And you are going to have a great time and you will learn a lot. So I hope to see you forward in other meetings as well.
Thank you.
Moving on. For everybody who's new here, I would like to describe the Toastmasters meeting. Each Toastmasters meeting has three sections. First is the prepared speech section, where the members come and present prepared speeches in accordance to their pathways, levels, and projects. Second is the table topic session or the impromptu speech section. At Toastmasters, we encourage everyone to speak without hesitation, and hence, this is a fun and interactive section where all the interested members and guests get a chance to give impromptu speeches. Third is the evaluation, because without proper evaluation, failure is inevitable. So we have the speech evaluators and our general evaluator giving us a detailed evaluation for us to understand and improve ourselves. Each Toastmaster meeting is incomplete without a tag team. This tag team comprises of the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. For the benefit of everybody present here, I would like to first introduce the grammarian who can introduce us all to the word of the day for us to make use of it throughout the meeting and learn something new and enhance our vocabulary. So, for the grammarian, this is actually personally my most favorite tag role, and those of you who know me know how much I value this role, as incorrect grammar can actually cost you a lot more than money or reputation. And trust me, you will resonate with me when we will see Toastmaster Shreyans, a grammarian for today, who will elucidate the vitality of correct grammar while speaking. So, over to you, Toastmaster Shreyans.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. So, as a grammarian, my role is to monitor language used by the speaker and point out incorrect use of grammar or any spelling or pronunciation error. So, as a grammarian, my role is also to introduce a word of the meeting. And today, the word of the meeting is the word empower, which means its meaning is to give authority, power, and confidence to someone. And for example, we can take example from today's meeting, like by giving education and authority of job, we can empower women to break through the glass ceiling and achieve their dreams. And for example, on Toastmasters context, we can give example that as a table topic master, it is my duty to encourage and empower the speaker by giving them confidence and support to take up the speeches role. So, thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Nisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shreyans, for that elaboration. Now we have the timer. As important as it is to know when to speak and how to speak, it is equally important for us to know when to stop. Well begun is half done, and all's well that ends well. So here we see the importance starting and stopping at the right moment. And for this, we have our timer, Toastmaster Tanmay, who for today will now take us to the timing guidelines and help us understand the importance of time and timer in a Toastmasters meeting. So now I hand over the stage to our timer, Toastmaster Tanmay. Over to you, Toastmaster Tanmay.
Hello, hi, good morning, everyone. So as a timer, I'll be helping the speakers to express their thoughts within the allotted time limit. My duty is to time prepared speeches, the table topic speeches and evaluation speeches for this particular meeting. To help me perform this meeting, I'll be using 3 cards. green card, which indicates qualifying time, yellow card, which indicates target time, and red card, which indicates the maximum time. Starting off, we'll be starting with prepared speech by, I think so, Ashwin. So I'll give you the timing guidelines for prepared speeches. So for the speech would be for 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show the green card at 5 minutes. After that, I'll show the yellow card at 6 minutes and the red card at 7 minutes, after which the speaker has 30 seconds of grace period to conclude his speech. Over to you, Team Misha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay. And now we have the R counter. Our counter Toastmaster Deepak, who will brief us about the technicalities and importance of having an R counter in a Toastmasters meeting, as it is not just about stopping, but also about pausing at the right moments in the right way, which makes or breaks the speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Deepak.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Misa, and welcome, dear guests. I am Deepak, and today I have been empowered to play the role of R counter. My role as the R counter is to record unnecessary sounds used by the speaker and role bearers. They include the crutch words such as soon, filler words such as but, like, so, and okay. Filler phrases such as and so, etc. and extremely long pauses. The catchwords or filler words sound obstruct the smooth flow of speech and can be annoying to the listener, at the same time decreasing the value of the speech. Therefore, the R counter notes these words and phrases in order to help the speaker become aware of them and minimize the use of these words and phrases in future. I'll present the R counter report when called upon by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Kusha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. So now we move to now that we are acquainted with the core of the Toastmasters meeting, let us now begin with the prepared speeches. Our first speaker for today is the effortless speaker, Toastmaster Ashwin. Sorry. Our first speaker for today is Toastmaster Ashwin. Can we please have his details?
Sure, Toastmaster of the day, Misha. So Ashwin has selected his pathway as presentation mastery, and he's going to give his second speech. So I would want Toastmaster Vishal, who is the evaluator, to just give an introduction to this. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brajesh.
Vishal, you're muted.
Apologies for that. So thank you, Toastmaster Misha and Toastmaster Brijesh. So my speaker today, Toastmaster Ashwin, will be attempting his level 1 project 2 speech under the pathway presentation mastery. The purpose of his speech is to learn and review basic method for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech of his topic. The time is 5 to 7 minutes, and I would like to wish Toastmaster Ashwin all the very best for his speech, and I would like to hand it back to Toastmaster Misha.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So now I would like to hand over the speech to our Toastmaster Ashwin. The title of his speech is Up Above the Sky. Up Above the Sky, Toastmaster Ashwin. Toastmaster Ashwin, Up Above the Sky. Good luck.
Thank you. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are.
Ashwin.
Okay, I'm ready to start. Thrilling, exhilarating, mind-boggling, hair-raising. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. I feel short of words when I have to describe my skydiving experience. Today, I'm going to share it with you. In 2011, way back in Dallas, Texas, my friend and I was scheduled for a skydiving experience. This club was 2 hours away from our house, but we reached much before time. We were so excited that we could not wait for it. We was given a small detailed session about how the flight would be. They brief us about the flight. They give us some ground training. Basically, what they suggest is like when we are in the sky, we need to raise our hands like this with and raise our legs like and arch our body as if we are like a Spider-Man or Superman. We were all excited. I sat in a charter plane with a jacket, suit, helmet, goggles. I was not feeling less than Maverick from Tom Cruise. The moment I sat in a charter plane, butterflies started, butterflies in my stomach. Now, let me give you some details about the flight. It's not the solo flight that you see in any movies. It was a tandem flight where you are tied to an expert diver. He will manage jumping, opening the parachute, and landing. All we have to do is follow the instructions. The charter plane went up, took round and round, and after every round, it was going higher and higher. We were supposed to reach the distance of around 7,000 feet and jump from there. Looking down as we went up and up, the things become smaller and smaller. And then I realized that 7,000 feet is not a small distance. I looked down and thought, if my tandem guy, John, doesn't do his job properly, then I do not know how high I will go. Only God knows how high the hell was. The butterflies in my stomach was graduating like to dragons. And I was excited but scared at the same time. My friend Nitesh was ahead of me and he supported me with a thumbs up. We reached a distance of 7,000 feet and it was my friend's turn to jump. I showed him a thumbs up and he jumped with his partner. I was totally scared. I did not know what to do. I was not empowered to do anything. John, my tandem partner, very enthusiastically asked me, "Are you ready?" I looked at him and said, "Do I have a choice?" He smiled and said, "Don't worry, buddy, I'm with you." It was our turn. We went to the door and all I could see was clouds. John said, "On count of 3, we are going to jump. 1, 2, 2." I could not hear 3. We started falling freely. We were totally surrendered to the gravitational force of the earth. And in a blink of a second, I could see distance, land, clouds, and wind blowing through my face as if it's going to pass through my body. I had no clue what was happening. We were falling for more than 200 kilometers an hour. And to my surprise, the cameraman was coming and in front of me and trying to show me thumbs up and cheering me up. I remember then that I had hired a videographer to take my pictures. He asked me to give a high five, and believe me, that was the highest high five I had ever had in my life. We were falling freely for around 60 seconds, and then all of a sudden there was a big jerk and everything paused. I took a few seconds to realize that John had opened the parachute. The first word that came out of my mouth was, "Thank you, God, I love you." I had no clue why I said that, but all my nervousness, anxiety, scare, fear turned into joy, pleasure, and peace. There was calmness everywhere. All I could see was clouds. Wherever I could see the sky meeting the earth, and the view out there was mesmerizing. I wish I had stayed there for longer time. My John checked on me and I showed him thumbs up saying, "I'm doing fine." He said, "Enjoy the ride." For a few more minutes, we were scaling the clouds, going left and right. I wish I could experience that forever. But again, John broke the silence and said, "We are ready to land now." He started towards the landing area, and I could now identify a few buildings few vehicles moving on the road, and John smoothly scaled towards towards the landing area, and we had a picture perfect landing. I was so excited. The fear of falling from the sky for more than 7,000 feet was so high, but at the same time, the joy, the pleasure I got was much more exhilarating. My friend came running to me. I hugged him, and to my surprise, the cameraman came rushing to me and started interviewing me. For a moment, I forgot that I was not Tom Cruise. It's more than 7 years now, and the experience I had is still in front of me. Extreme sports gives you chance to pass through your physical and mental limitations. And the ride I had was definitely worth betting on my back. Research shows that there's a deep link between extreme sports and person's self-confidence. I would encourage everyone, given a chance, you can do some sports like skydiving, bungee jumping, river rafting, and keep that sporting spirit in you. These extreme sports keeps you alive, keeps you young. While you have a good health, while you're still young, I would try to be like a khatro ke khiladi sometimes, because we all know zindagi na mile dobara. Thank you. Over to you, Nisha.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashwin. That was a beautifully crafted and wonderfully delivered speech. Moving on, I would like to now invite Toastmaster Tanmay for giving us the timing report for Ashwin's speech.
Hey, hi, Misha. Yeah, he took 7 minutes and 12 seconds and he's qualified.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Ashwin. So now I would like to. Okay. Okay. Well, after that wonderful, mind-blowing prepared speech section, I would like to move to the second phase of the Toastmasters meeting, which is a table topic session. But before that, I would have our VP Ed, Toastmaster Brajesh, who will share with us the plan of action decided by the newly formed EXCOM for the tenure of January to July, and a few other briefing which will help you understand our plans for you throughout the tenure to help you achieve your goals. You all are requested to be attentive while this plan is shared, and we are here to welcome any input which you think we can include in this plan for the betterment of this club and its members. So over to you, Toastmaster Brajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Misha. I hope I'm audible and visible. Okay.
Yes.
Sure. So just give me a minute. So, as part of our EXCOM meeting this week, we had decided, we are seeing some less motivation amongst our members to take up the role of prepared speeches. I would just want you guys to go through the goal, if you want to become a distinguished club, I'll just share that page. Just give me a minute. Right. Hey, Tanmay, can you just allow me to share my screen, please?
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen. I hope it is visible to everyone. So this is the club dashboard page on the Toastmasters District 98 website. And if you want to achieve, if you see here, there are certain points assigned for all the goals we complete as a club. And we also get a recognition for it. So if we meet 5 goals, we get the status of a distinguished club. If we meet 7 goals, we become select distinguished club. And if we achieve 9 goals, we become president's distinguished club. And as XCOM and as all the club members, the target is to be the president's distinguished club. We have achieved this once. We should again achieve this because that will get us a lot of recognition at the area and district level. Now, one of the place, where I need help of while all the participating members is in completing the educational goals. So if you look at the membership and training goals and the administration goals, we already have a check mark against all the goals. Now, as far as educational goals is concerned, there are certain levels which few of our members need to complete it. And I know we are doing a great job, but a little push from every one of us will help us achieve all the 6 goals. And we will achieve the recognition of President's Distinguished Club. So if you look at every goal, goal 1 tells us to have at least 4 members to complete the level 1. Goal 2 and 3 tells us, 4 members to complete level 2. Goal 4 tells us to complete level 3, and so on and so forth. So to make the job easier, what I've done is I'll share my spreadsheet. So just give me a minute. What I've specifically done is assigned the names of people, who should help us complete these goals. So for level 1, we have 4 members. The members I want, to help us achieve this goal is Toastmaster Sikandar, Toastmaster Alvin, Toastmaster Vishal, and Toastmaster Raviraj. While I'm aware of everyone is not a part of the club, but this is a presentation, a appeal, a request, to everyone to take this up as a target for themselves. And this, by the way, this needs to be completed before June 30th. And then every one of us can, celebrate the recognition of President's Distinguished Club. So again, I'll reach out to everyone personally as well, tell them what educational goal I'm assigning them and how that helps us achieve it. But since we have the forum open, I'm just sharing this across. So while there are, because I've just written names of people who can help us achieve, and we just need 4 members, that doesn't mean names which do not appear here don't have any educational goal. So I'll still reach out to everyone and give them a target, that this is the potential we as XCOM see in you, and that is why we would want you to achieve that. And if there is any guidance, any mentorship, any help you require, please let us know. More than happy to help you out. So these are the names. For level 2, I've assigned Toastmaster Ajay, Toastmaster Sarika, Toastmaster Rakesh, and Toastmaster Shreyansh. Shreyansh, I know a little steep ask from you, but I'm sure you will complete it because you've already done with your level 1. You've completed, I believe, all 3 speeches and even the evaluation task. And purposely, I've not included any of the XCOM members over here. So we'll have a separate target for all of us. Bearing couple of places where I believe, because we are a younger club, we don't have a lot of people who are there who can help us achieve level 3, level 4. So that's where I put Mehak and Vishal. And level 4, I have Engelbert. Sudha ma'am, I mean, a request from you as well. I'll need some guidance from you. We need 2 members who can complete a level 4, level 5, or DTM. So we can work this out a bit, but this is the plan, and I'll reach out to everyone individually as well, telling them what levels you need to achieve. So I would open the floor for questions. Yes, Sudha ma'am.
So a very good initiative, Brajesh, this is good that you have put it up in one of the club meetings rather than just a WhatsApp message, because I think people don't read WhatsApp messages these days. And it's good to know that you succeed, the club succeeds. That's the way that we should look at this particular goal. It's not about you helping us achieve the goal. That's not, I mean, that's the only perspective change that I would want you guys to consider. You guys do the club, do your own personal goals, and accordingly, the club also achieves the goal. Yes, President's Distinguished is a very prestigious award for the club. So let's try to do it. That's number one. Number two, I want to also mention, Rajesh, if I may, that along with this, we are also expecting to attach every member with a mentor. Okay. Now, these speakers also, the whom we have identified, I think you must also put Ashwin in one of the goals, because he's going really Ferrari, and now after the sky jumping, I think he has all the, what did he say, extreme sports in tendencies. So he should be given something really steep, maybe a level 5, I don't know. So what I was thinking is that having a mentor, then it becomes a joint responsibility of the member along with the mentor to make sure that the goals are achieved. So Brijesh, you should make sure that the mentor assignment also happens side by side, and let's get on a call with each member and tell them what we are planning to do if they have not been able to attend the meeting. That's all from me.
Sure, Sudha ma'am, I've noted it down, and that's a very good suggestion. Maybe the VP Education, President, Mentor, all three, and the member can get on a group call, and we can answer any inhibitions he has or any doubts he has in mind, and motivate him to, choose the path. Yeah, thank you. Yes, peer Toastmasters, the floor is open. Any questions?
I think everyone is clear. They're all going to achieve their goals. Rajesh, you have a very, say,
easy
cooperative team here.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say it's a very nice initiative.
Thank you, Shreyans. So with that, I would also want to mention out, a lot of people, since our club is a junior, relatively junior club, a lot of people are, about to complete level 1, level 2. That will also help you participate in international speech contest as well, because that's the minimum basic requirement. So unless you complete those levels, you won't be able to participate. So there are multiple rewards actually available to you. So you should take the initiative and get it done. Since we don't have any more questions, I'll again, give this virtual stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Misha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brajesh. And I hope you all liked what we have decided, and we will be more than happy to receive your feedback. Please reach out to us and share your feedback. Please do not hesitate. We are here for you. Thank you so much. So before we move on to the second part, that is the table topic session, I still have 3 more questions if a woman was. So which 3 gentlemen would like to now participate and share their views? Tanmay.
Hey, hi, Misha.
Hi,
Okay,
Tanmay.
Deepak, you want to go?
No, you
Deepak,
can start.
That's fine.
Deepak,
Fine,
your hand is
okay.
still raised, by the way.
Yeah, because I have rest.
Okay. I was thinking for the other gentlemen who have not spoken as of now, as yet.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So, okay. So, Tanmay, after you will have Toastmaster Ashwin share his views. So, Tanmay, my question to you is, if a woman was a place, which place would she be and why?
Which place? Okay. Let me think. Probably a hill station. Which would be something like Switzerland or Ooty, because I don't know any specific reason to tell why, but mostly because of the aura and the beauty all the women bring in. I would go with Switzerland or Ooty.
Wow, that was very, very sweet of you. And I love it's a very beautiful place. To add to the hill stations, we can add Shillong. It's also very beautiful. But thank you so much, Tanmay, for that beautiful answer. Ashwin, Toastmaster Ashwin, my question to you is, it is a very nice question. If a woman was a song, which song would it be and why? And you have to sing that song for us. So yeah.
Thank you, Misha. Yeah, woman definitely plays very important role in a life, right? And I'm surrounded with women everywhere. My mom, my wife, my daughter. So I'm not empowered to do anything when they are around me. If woman is a song, woman is a symbol of love, symbol of patience, symbol of sacrifice. So the song I would sing would be लग जा गले कि फिर हंसी रात हो न हो. That's it. Thank
अरे
you.
please go ahead. At least 4 लाइन तो complete कीजिए sir अश्विन.
I don't remember the lyrics now.
शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो ना हो. No problem.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Ashwin. That was very nice of you. The last question I would like to pick Toastmaster Arun. Toastmaster Arun.
Hi, Misha.
Hi, Arun. Good morning.
Morning.
Is it possible for you to switch on your camera?
Sure, sure.
Okay. Good morning,
Hello.
Arun, and welcome to
Morning.
Toastmasters. I reckon this is your first meeting with us.
Yeah, first making as a Toastmaster.
Exactly. Congratulations. And I hope next meeting we will have you give your icebreaker speech as well, and you become officially more of a Toastmaster than what you already are. So, okay, my last question to you is, if a woman was a bird, which bird would she be and why?
Okay. If woman was a word, I'd say like the word that's coming into my mind is strong. Like
A bird. A bird.
a
A
bird.
bird.
Oh, sorry,
A bird.
I thought
I'm
it's a
sorry if
bird.
I've not
Okay,
been
if
very
she's a
honest.
bird. Okay. Well, I'd say she'll be an eagle.
Wow.
The strongest word I can think of at the same time, very beautiful. And she had an eagle with which can spread its wings wider than any other bird, which can be a similarity. You can see a woman who can, you know, uh, be as acceptance as she can be at the same time stronger with emotions and multitasking as well. I think, yeah, that's my answer.
Well, that was a very wonderful answer, and that was fun. This session was fun. I was I was not expecting all these creative answers to come from these wonderful creative gentlemen in our club, in our Toastmaster family. But thank you so much, all the lovely gentlemen who have given beautiful answers and described their point of view about a women. So kudos to all of you, and please give yourself a round of applause. So after this wonderful session, I would not like to take more of anybody's time, to be honest. And it is now time to begin the table topic session, which is my favorite session, to be honest. Our amazing and creative table topic master Lalit has taken the pain and efforts to prepare interesting questions for this session. No more what a woman would be, but really nice questions. And with you giving complete and meaningful answers like you have done for my questions as well. You can just need to speak from your heart. You just need to be yourself. And I urge all of you to participate with love in your heart and truth in your words. So over to you. Without further ado, I give the stage to Toastmaster Lalit. Over to you, Toastmaster Lalit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. So it was indeed a really great topic to choose with. I have tried my best to stick to the topic for the table topic questions. And with that, I'll just start with table topic session. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. We have seen an amazing prepared speech given by Toastmaster Ashwin. But in real life, you don't have the luxury of giving a prepared speech. For example, you are in a meeting and your boss suddenly asks you to give your opinion on something. Or you might ask to say few words in a family gathering or at a friend's farewell. How would you feel in the situation? Uncomfortable, right? The ability to speak confidently and clearly without any preparation is a vital skill, and it simply comes with a practice. At Toastmaster, the table topic session allow us to practice your impromptu speaking skills in a safe and a friendly environment. It also gives the opportunity for those who haven't yet spoken during this meeting. Now let me call the timer to give the timing guideline. Over to you, Toastmaster Tanmay.
Hello, hey, hi. Thank you, Lalit, for the introduction. So for table topic, every speaker would be encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I would raise the green card at the end of 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. After that, the speaker would be given 30 seconds of grace period to conclude his or her speech. What do you, table topic master Lalit?
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay. With this, I'll be moving towards the table topic session. So I have a few questions which I'll display on screen, for which you have to speak whatever that comes to your mind. And I encourage everyone to participate in this. I'll just share my screen.
Sorry to
Uh,
interrupt, and I would also encourage everyone to use word of the empower.
Yes,
Over
we
to
will
you.
try to empower each other to be a part of this session. And I hope all the words will empower us to become better versions of ourselves. So, Lalit, I would like if we started with the women who are we celebrating today. So, our guest, women, and our very dear Sudha ma'am, they can start with the table topic session, and then we can move to the other members in this meeting. So I think guest Sonia and guest Priyanka can be the first ones to take part in the table topic session.
Okay. I'll just share my screen. Is it visible? Okay. Now, is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So the question we have, so guest Sonia, are you ready with it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So this is the question for you. There is a saying, behind every successful man, there is a woman. Do you agree to this statement? Over to you, guest Sonia.
I
Hello,
agree.
hey, hi. Before you
Behind
start,
every
I'll
successful
just
man.
hello. Yeah, I'll just share the time.
Yeah.
Just give me a second.
Uh, Toastmaster Lalit.
Uh,
Toastmaster Lalit, just one observation.
yes.
Actually, your all questions are appearing in the screen. So I would suggest use only one question.
Okay.
Otherwise, people will be psychologically or mentally ready.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak.
Yeah.
Just give me. Hello. Is my screen visible, guys?
Hey, Tanmay, yeah, it is visible.
Okay. Yeah, Sonia, whenever you're ready,
Yeah,
just let me know. I'll start the timer.
yeah, I'm ready. So my topic is behind every successful man there is a woman. I would say yes. Behind every men's word there is a woman, of course. So first is first comes is his mother, where by nurturing he develops his characteristics as confidence, which is the basis for you know for communication and success. And yeah, sure, mother is the first one for every successful man. She is the one who protects him and also teaches him. Rest, yeah, father is also there, but mother's love can obviously, I can't say father's love is less than mother's, but mother's love is much more better than the father's because of a love plus protection as well as a empathy, natural empathy women are gifted with. And also, yeah, most of if a man has girlfriends, like girl who is a friend, uh, he would be lucky because he would have a perspective of women's psychology. Obviously, women are complicated. We all know it. So for every successful person, he has to understand human psychology, uh, his perspective of way of looking at different things. And women are much more good in that. And the friends, if he has a girl who is a friend, she might share different perspectives with him, and also he would have a greater capability of way of looking at this world, and also much more creative in his field whatever he does, be it business or engineering. And yeah, wife as a partner, as well as a soulmate is very much important for emotional support, as well as if he is down, which is mostly in the business, that could be the case. Like he might be depressed, but the wife gives him emotional support, which would be very much, you know, it's like gives him confidence. Like if even if he fails, there is some protection for him, like emotional support for him, so that he does not lose everything and he can get back on his feet whenever he is ready. And yeah, if children, especially daughters, is the only woman in his life, uh, he feels like is the king. I mean, she is the princess for his father. He will give everything for his daughter, no matter what she asks for, from protection to love to anything, education. I mean, what the daughter gives the father is emotional support, of course, and also much more love in like his mother, um, which he might not get from his wife, but daughter can give him the whole world. And of course, if the father treats him like a son, she will grow up to be the uh, rare woman who is not just dominating. She is assertive rather than being aggressive. She can state her own opinions and protect a father in future, as well as protect herself. Yeah, that's it. What else I can say? Women's are the best.
On point, guess Sonia. Like you described all the roles that women play in our life, like mother, daughter, as a friend, as a life partner. Very amazingly said. Thank you for that insightful thoughts. Moving on to our next guest, Priyanka. Guest Priyanka, are you ready?
Yes.
Who is the most influential woman you would like to meet and why? I will repeat the question. Who is the most influential woman you would like to meet and why? Guest Priyanka, are you comfortable with the topic?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me know once you're ready. I'll start the time.
Yeah.
Good to go, Priyanka?
Not this time, Tanmay.
Okay,
Sorry.
you're not able to come up. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, no problem, no problem. That's fine.
Priyanka, would you like to take some other topic if it is okay? Or
No, I'm feeling nervous. I'm not able to conclude anything on the topic.
okay, okay, no worries. Can we have someone else?
Sudha ma'am, could you please speak?
I see Toastmaster Vishal have raised his hand. So, Toastmaster Vishal, a question for you. Where there is a woman, there is a magic. Do you agree?
Of course, I think woman is synonymously linked with magic because whenever the moment that we take birth, that same moment a woman like a mother is in our life, right? And that is where it actually starts, and the way she brings us up. So that's actually when the actual magic happens, and then throughout our journey, other women also gets part of our journey. Like some people, they have sisters, and at some point, girlfriends, wives, daughters, and so on and so forth. Uh, However, I feel that magic is also a very small word in when it comes to women because they are a lot more than magical, because what they add to our lives at any stage is something which cannot be really measured. And honestly, we really, as men, we really need to give women all the respect that we can. And there's one very interesting article I just a few hours back actually, was if you really want respect from a woman, you should actually give respect to them, and that's how it will come back to you 10 times, right? So that is something we men need to practice it very often. I know sometimes in our daily work nitty gritty, we sort of forget that, but I feel we all need to consciously make that effort to appreciate women for all the sacrifices that they make, right, to ensure that our world goes on. So yes, salute to all the women in the house, and over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. It was really amazing. Like you said, we should all respect to the women and they will respect us. So that was really good thought. Moving on, we see Sergeant at Arms Ajay. So Ajay, the question for you is the same that I gave to guest Priyanka. Most influential woman you would like to meet and why?
Thank you so much, table topic master, Toastmaster Lalit, for empowering me to give this topic. I always feel that the influence. I mean, I can I can see each and every day in my life. I mean, I inspired with my mother. She woke up in the morning. She gave me food every day for whenever I go to my office, whenever I go outside for some work. I mean, every woman in the house, every woman in the workplace, every woman in the world around, woman is really respectful. They are caring. They are really inspiring. They are the creative of earth. Without women, the world will never be. I really inspire the women who work in the office. They come far location. I mean, they come from the Virar or Central Mumbai, South Mumbai. See their dedication. They woke up in the early morning. They make food for themselves. They make food for their children or their husband or their in-laws, and then they come to office and they battle for the work. They battle in the home, they battle in the office. Every time they they, they every time they give something another. I mean, women is really, I salute them. I really respect them. My daughter, my mother, my wife, everyone, I really salute them. And the women who work in the workplace, it is really, I always inspired their dedication. I inspired their motivational. I inspired their, I mean, discipline. They are everywhere. So I really inspired them. I really influence all these women in my life. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay. As you rightly said that women actually take up different role, like first take care of the family, then go to the workplace, work there. So we men cannot really say how hard working or how hard it is for her. So really good one, Ajay. Moving on with the next, we have Toastmaster Brijesh. Toastmaster Brijesh, a question for you is: men is incomplete without women.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Lalit. Okay. Toastmaster Tanmay, if you can share the screen. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Lalit. So the question to me is, men is incomplete without women. Single word answer would be yes, definitely. Reasons why? I guess the journey of men, the life of men starts with the birth, which isn't possible without a woman. The upbringing of a man. There's a lot of role of mothers as well as grandmothers in this, because traditionally we've been a society where, the male of the family goes out, earns money, but it's the female who takes care. I know now roles have changed a bit, but I still feel, it's more often than not the woman who does the multitasking. So without her, the nurturing, the caring in the initial stages of a man's life is not possible without a woman. Or third, I would take an example of my personal life. A lot of teachers are female, without which, the knowledge, the education for a man's life wouldn't be possible. So again, that is a requirement. And as you move to other stages of your life, like once you go out and you want a companionship, so you would go ahead and marry a woman, and then in your later stages of your life, you will have kids again, where you will have a female role play, like you will have your female child taking care of you. So uh, if you go through the entire journey, I believe without women, the life of a man will definitely be incomplete, because there are a lot of places, in this 2 minute and 30 second, I wouldn't be able to elaborate on all the roles and responsibilities. But for sure, I would like to complete, with an affirmative answer that without women, definitely the life would be incomplete. Over to you, table topic master Lalit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brijesh, for an insightful speech that you have given. Moving on to our next Toastmaster Sudha, I have a topic for you. Uh, we have seen the India is making progress toward gender equality in from compared to the previous generation. What progress should India make for women in the coming generation? Uh, Toastmaster Sudha.
Yeah, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and in particular, my table topics masters and encountered me to think about the topic that how are we going to progress India on gender equality? So I have a very different view on this because India is a very diverse country, and on many terms we are far ahead of a lot of other countries, even on gender equality. And certain places we lack it a lot. So I can say that women have been the best financiers or the money keepers for so many generations. If you ask me, our mothers were the people who used to keep the money. Grandmothers always had a potli in their sari where they always had money, and they always had some surprises on a festival, maybe, or on a birthday. They always had ways to bring out the saved money for a particular use. And in that sense, they were totally empowered. There are times that there are households where without a woman, the household doesn't even work, right? So I think everything is dependent on the woman. If she falls sick, the house comes to a stop. So I think in those aspects, we are far ahead of it. Education is something which has to be given to someone, unfortunately. And that is where we take a choice between whether we should really impart education or not to a man or a woman. So when something has to be given to somebody, that's where the choice or the gender equality takes a little bit of a challenge. But if something which is from within, we are already empowered in every way to do what is right. And I think we have all the skill set to do it as well. So education is the most important thing, according to me, to make gender equality a greater success in India. We have prime ministers, we have leaders of corporates, we have a lot of already revolutionary moves which have happened in the last 10 to 20 years. But there's a lot more to do, lot more. In fact, certain sectors, I feel that people are still waiting for a nudge from a male colleague or a male father, a father or a brother or a husband to go ahead. I think if the woman believes in themselves, you don't need a nudge, you don't need a push. You can go ahead and do it. So I think it's individualistically, women have to be more stronger. But when it comes to at a nation level, more opportunities by giving more education and awareness would definitely help the purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. You said it on point. So I also agree with your points. Moving on to Toastmaster Deepak. Toastmaster Deepak, if you could travel back to a moment in time, what moment it would be?
Yeah. So thank you, Toastmaster Lalit, for giving me opportunity or empowering me to deliver my speech on such a beautiful topic. And the when I go to past and when I think about my past, the one of the many things I would like to change or improve or want to do in my life to work upon my extracurricular activities, because extracurricular activities are really very helpful when we go through our tough patches of time. So if you have some hobby like singing, playing, or maybe if you are good at any sport, then these things really come very handy. So maybe very small example of even you are appearing in exam and the stress level become very high even week before the exams. So if you don't have hobby, so you cannot. So that is the time when you need to disconnect from study, at least for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And if you have some hobby, for example, you like singing or maybe dancing or whatever things which disconnect from study can be really very helpful for you. And this is just one example. In day-to-day life, there are waves of emotion which we go through. Okay, maybe sometimes in office, starting from our local trains in Mumbai, the things started happening until we go to the bed. So if we have some good habits now, which disconnects from our daily routine life and give happiness to us, it could be a walk also. If you daily go to walk, then these things come very handy. These are the things which I wanted to, or I'm trying to imbibe in myself. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. And I agree to your point. Having some hobby actually refreshes our mind and help us focus more on other things as well. So moving on, uh, who would like to participate next? Toastmaster Shreyansh, would you
Yes,
like to
let's go.
take up? So I have one
Yeah.
generic question for you. If you have to spend $1 million today, where would you spend it?
$1 million, right?
Yeah.
So let's think. Toastmaster Lalit gave me $1 million, and the first thing I do is I spend an hour and 2 hours to spend to stare at it because it's a dream come true for me. Because when I was child, I always believed that, oh, please someone give me $1 billion, or I used to pray to God, God, please give me $1 million, or please give my dad $1 million so I can use it. And now let's coming on the spending part. Uh, I don't believe in buying liabilities. I will always go for assets. So uh, I will invest major amount to stock market or to mutual funds because Toastmaster Sarika has always taught me to whenever you get money, invest almost 60 to 70% of it for your future endeavors, and rest you can spend on your own expenditure. And I guess by investing more, maybe that $1 million can become $2 to $3 million. Who knows? Yeah. And now coming on the spending part, I like sneakers very much, and of course I'll go to a Nike store or any sneaker, Puma or Adidas store, and I'll buy 10 or 20s of them, and then I'll decorate in my wardrobe. And again, I'll stare them all day. Okay, over to you, Toastmaster Lalit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shreyansh. And I would like to do the same. Even I like sneakers very much and would have like to have the wardrobe of sneakers with me.
It's
So
surprising that they did not say that I'll go on a space trip,
with Elon Musk.
which is possible now because Jeff
Yeah,
Bezos' company, I think so, its name is Blue Origin, right? I'm not wrong.
yeah. Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic. Richard Branson,
Yeah.
they both are
Yes, yes.
taking people to sleep. But I'll
So now
spend
that
on
you have
investing,
1
and
million,
after
why
that
don't you
I'll
go
go
to
to space.
space?
No, first I'll invest, and when it becomes a ripe amount, I'll withdraw it, and then I'll go to space.
Okay.
1 million is less for Fiance. He still wants to invest and earn more money.
Yeah.
Double the money. Okay. Moving on. So who would like to take the next question, if anyone?
I can go next. Yeah.
Okay. So your question is, what do you think about pineapple toppings on pizza?
Oh, okay. So just give me a minute. I'll share a screen. Yeah, it's visible, right?
Yeah.
Hello, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. This is very strange topic. I was expecting something related to women, and from last three topics, I mean, the table topic has taken a twist. So I was kind of preparing for a topic related to women, but okay. So pizzas, I mean, I share a very good emotions with pizza. Every now and then, while surfing on YouTube, I watch, the Italian authentic pizza, how those are made, the ASMR videos, how the flour is mixed and all of that. So pizza, I mean, it would be really controversial to put a pineapple topping. Although I've had one pizza and it really tastes I mean it didn't go well with my taste, and I like the topping to be something spicy, although I mean people who have that tangy taste can definitely go with the pineapple one, but I'm type of person who does not like it that way. And Yeah, I mean, what else I have? Hmm. I mean, I don't have anything to say. I mean, but yeah, I would definitely not eat a pineapple pizza again in my entire life. Over to you, Triple Topping Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay. I have the same thing. Like, I don't like sweet. I need something spicy with it. So pineapple topping on pizza is not. But it depends on individual taste. So yeah.
I don't
moving
think so.
on.
None from our club likes it. If anyone, please raise your hand.
I guess it's a very controversial topic because if someone
Yeah, I'm
likes it,
surprised why
Yeah,
would
it
you add
depends
that
on.
topic? I mean, if you yourself don't like it, why even add it though? But okay. Anyways.
Okay, so I guess I will hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, Misha. Toastmaster of the day, Misha, over to you.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that was such a great and a refreshing session by Toastmaster Lalit. And a big thank you to all of you for participating in the session. I'm sure you all have enjoyed the session as much as I did. Toastmaster Lalit, you had beautifully and creatively and funnily crafted all the questions. So kudos to all the efforts you have taken. Now we move to the last but not the least, the third and one of the most important phases of the Toastmasters meeting, the evaluation. I would now like to, evaluation is extremely important for us in each phase as it helps us to understand the technicalities of our speeches and our performances and make amends to improve our speaking, writing, and performing skills. So now I would like to invite a general evaluator, Toastmaster Sudha, who will be taking us through this entire session of evaluation with her keen observation skills and detailed evaluation. Over to you, the pillar of our club, our dearest Toastmaster Sudha ma'am. Over to you, Sudha ma'am.
Wow, thank you so much, Misha, the womanie of today, for addressing me that way. It's really my pleasure to be a part of today's club meeting. I was having some doubts that I would be able to join, but the topic, the Toastmaster of the day, and the poster induced me to make time for coming for today's meeting. And when I said yes, and what do I get? The role of a general evaluator. So you guys have to bear me again to be a general evaluator for meetings. I think I like to be a person who's there doing the speeches, doing other things rather than evaluation. But I think the way the Toastmasters puts it, that it's the most important part of our growth and development. It's nice to come and do what you have to do, but if you don't have people to tell you where you've gone wrong and where you can improve, you will never realize your success and keep progressing. So here I am. Evaluation is the breakfast of the champions. So I always believe that I like to give evaluations, but they should be constructive. Yes, in the Toastmaster language, it has to be coated with a lot of sugary and lemony and honey words. I will try my best to do that, but you guys are family. So let us understand that we all need to be practical and take it within the right spirit. So today's meeting, any general evaluation is divided into the first, the feedback from the tag role players, because they have been watching you in different way and also will be giving you evaluation on different aspects of the speech and whatever you have spoken today. So they are actually today empowered to contribute to the evaluation process. And I would first, on that note, call upon the timer to first give the guidelines, or rather the feedback which was for the earlier session. I don't think you did the timer report for the table topic session. So let's start with that and then I will move ahead with it. Yes. Can I call upon the
So you
timer?
want... Hey, hi, Sudha ma'am. Hello.
You have already given the report for the prepared speeches, if I'm not
Prepared speech,
mistaken.
yeah,
So the table
yes.
topics you haven't. So let's just do that and move ahead with it.
Sure. So I think everyone is qualified except guess Sonia and you yourself, Sudha ma'am. I mean, I understand the topic was wide and there was much to speak on that. So considering the time limit, it's very difficult to conclude it in within 2.30 seconds. And I think so Sonia had many things to vent out. So I would
Yeah.
request her to join the next meeting as well and give a full-fledged speech only.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone else has qualified. Vishal, Ajay. I think the
So
screen, my screen is visible, right?
yes, absolutely. So Tanmay, I would, when you're doing the voting part, I would like if everybody is okay to put Sonia also on the voting, though she has been disqualified, but she's been a guest, but she
Yes.
spoke so much and so well. She covered so many topics, and I think that needs a little bit of acknowledgement to at least get into the voting
Yeah, we should
process, if
We
that's
should
okay
add
with everyone.
in the voting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
So-
Thank you so
so-
much, Tanmay.
Sonia should give her icebreaker speech in next meeting.
Yes, Sonia, you were very good today and you had so many thoughts. And let me tell you, for the first timer, it was brilliantly outlined, very, very nicely outlined. The way you went with each, role of a woman behind a particular person, it was beautifully crafted. Kudos to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so now that we've finished the timers report, I would like to now call upon the general evaluator. Sorry, what am I saying? The speech evaluator for the only speech that we had today, which is Toastmaster Tanmay's speech, which will be evaluated by Toastmaster Vishal. Toastmaster Vishal, over to you.
Thank you.
Master Ashwin's
and-
speech, I think.
Yes.
Oh, what did I say?
I think you mentioned
So,
Tanmay.
Nice piece, Tanmay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, yes, Toastmaster
Go ahead.
Ashwin's speech.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudha. So my speaker, Toastmaster Ashwin, he shared his experience about his skydiving journey that he did in the US. And Toastmaster Ashwin, I can certainly say from your speech that when it was shared, this memory must have been very close to your heart, that you could remember the specific moments even after so many years. So I haven't really done skydiving, but I can only imagine. And the details with which you gave your speech, each and every detail, as in from how you were on the ground till the time you went on the plane, then when you wore the uniform and everything, and then you had the tandem uh, partner that you had. So the details with which you went, I really liked, and almost made me feel that I'm next. I'm the third person. Like, first was your friend, you were there, and then I was the third one. So that I really felt that that impact that you made with your speech, that I was actually there. I was a third person in line. So kudos to you for that. So according to me, what you excelled at was pretty much this part wherein like, convincing the people that you should actually do skydiving if you're not already done. So I feel that it was almost a pitch on that front, not just skydiving, but any extreme sport as well, to sort of face your fears, because that's the message is sort of the only way to overcome your fears is to face it. And if anyone has any fear, then just go ahead and face it, not just stay away from it. So that is the message that I really liked. And of course, I already mentioned that the details that you shared, you actually made us feel that experience, like you said, how your friend went in and then it was your turn, and then the countdown started at the count of 1 2, the person just pushed. You were actually anticipating a 3, but maybe, I don't know, for some reason you just got pushed at the 2 only. So that was something which I liked. And also when you mentioned the fact that you were having the butterflies in your stomach, even I was feeling that butterflies in my stomach as well, because the narration of your experience was so much like in real time. And couple of things that I would like you to work on, in my opinion, is a bit of vocal variety. I know you already introduced some vocal variety, but if you would have included some more vocal variety, it would have really improved your speech and taken it to the next level. And also certain gestures, if you I did see you had a few gestures, but a few more gestures, because I felt you were delivering this speech of yours from your heart. So the gestures would have been really good, and the expressions, if you would have allowed it to come from the heart and let it express like how you were feeling at that particular moment, right? You could have lived this as a second moment of that experience. So again, nothing wrong with the speech, but again, like I said, this is something you could take into consideration for your next speeches, to to give it from your heart. That will really bring out the gestures and the vocal variety naturally. And overall, from my side, really good speech delivered. And again, as I said, you made the experience sound as if you were giving a live commentary of your skydiving. And if not anything, I'm quite sure it has definitely planted seeds of this extreme sport, and with all our fellow Toastmasters. And your speech has really hit the right chord. So thanks, Toastmaster Ashwin, for sharing that experience. And over to you, Madam Toastmaster Sudha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. Yes, a wonderful evaluation of even wonderful speech. So I will come to that in a minute. So let us now go to the next part of the evaluation, which is taking a report of the R-counter and the grammarian. So let me first call upon the R-counter for the report, please. Do we have Tanmay back? Because the timing, Tanmay, you're back?
Yes, Sudha, ma'am. Yeah, I was timing it on my phone. He has qualified.
Okay. No, you will be putting on the the timer. Now we don't need any timer report. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. I'll launch
I
the
think
polls in a
anyway-
while once.
Sure. Okay. Our counter report, please.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. So this is the our counter report. Are you able to see the screen? Okay. So Toastmaster Ashwin has really given a beautiful speech, and considering the timing of the speech, the our counter is comparatively less. He has used clutch word 3 times and the repeat words 3 times. Toastmaster Vishal has used clutch word 3 times, filler words 3 times, and repeat word 1 time. Toastmaster Shreyans has used clutch word 1 time, filler word 2 times, filler phrases 1 time, and he has repeated word 3 times. Brajesh has only 1 filler word and only 3 filler phrases. Toastmaster Sudha ma'am has used only clutch words, that's for 4 times. Toastmaster Misha has used stretch words 2 times and filler words 2 times. Toastmaster Ajay, he has used only crutch words, and that's also for 2 times. Toastmaster Tanmay has used crutch words 2 times and filler words 2 times, and repeat words also for 1 time. Toastmaster Arun has used crutch words for more than 5 times, filler words 3 times, and repeat words 1 time. Toastmaster Lalit, he has used crutch words 5+, filler words 3 times, filler phrases 1 time, and repeat word for 1 time. Guest Sonia, she has really given a wonderful speech, and she has used crutch words for 4 times, filler words 4 times, filler phrases 2 times, and she has taken small pause for 1 time. Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha.
Great. Thank you so much for that detailed report of the counter. Now, I would like to call upon the enthusiastic grammarian who tried to empower us to use his word of the day today. Over to you, grammarian.
Yes. Thank you, General Director Toastmaster Sudha. So first, I want to give special shout out to those who used word of the day. So Toastmaster Deepak, Toastmaster Ashwin, Toastmaster Misha, and Toastmaster Sudha have used word of the day today. And now moving on to the good usage and correct use, and some very fascinating words I've heard today are aura, empathy, assertive, nudge, exhilarating, mind blocking, and I like butterflies in stomach very much. Nice one, Toastmaster Ashwin. And also nurturing. Now moving on to some incorrect user grammar. When Ashwin told I sat on the plane, it should be I boarded the plane, which sound more apt. And when we are talking about height, it should always be mentioned in altitude rather than distance. So the altitude was 700 feet, because it sounds more good when we are talking about vertical distance. Next, moving on, when we are talking about influence, like I am influenced and inspired by women, not I influence and inspire women. It turns the whole a companionship. It should be you need a companion. The companionship should not go. And now, while talking about proper noun, so we don't use the before them, like the Virar, the Mumbai. We don't use the like, and also by talking name, the Shreyansh, the Ashwin. So we don't use the before proper noun. We just directly said Virar, Mumbai, Ashwin, Shreyansh. And when we are talking about plural subjects like women, then we should be using are, not is. So if we are using women, then we'll be using is. Women with WOMAN. But when women WOMEN, then we will be using are. And for some more vocab, I want to share you. I brought to you two websites. First is the Lose the Value. So I have showed this website before, but as members are joined in, so I got to show it to you again. Can I have screen sharing rights? Yeah, okay, I have. So the first one, like this. So if you want to say like very boring, so instead of saying very boring, we could just like this, and we'll guess a word. A word, yeah, equivalent to boring, like tedious, or we can also get another is a humdrum, dreary, mundane. And we can also seek. So there are many words that we can try out. And other website I want to tell you about is Grammarly. So if you have written a speech, and if you want to check how many grammatical errors you have done, so this is a website where you can paste your speech, and then it will show you what are the errors. So first, this is a demo code. So it would be with my cousins. So this way you can rectify all your errors and you can try it before your final speech. The minutes, there will come a comma, which means a pause. And you can also check the clarity, the engagement, the delivery. So there's an AI running behind it that evaluate your speeches and it can show you. So you can prepare your speech and deliver it much faster. So that's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Sudha Mac.
Wow, fantastic, Toastmaster Shreyans. I think you can never take out the AI from Shreyans ever in anything that he does. But today he proved that he doesn't need a chat GPT to give his grammarian report. So kudos to that, Shreyans. Done very well. Because if you used your chat GPT, you wouldn't have come, you wouldn't have listened, you wouldn't have noticed and actually come up with some very useful observations. And yes, of course, the icing on the cake is your suggestions of 2 websites. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreyans. So along with that, now I would like to go ahead with the third part of the evaluation, which is a general feedback on the total, the feel of the meeting, the conduct of the meeting, and so on. So yes, the meeting started about 5 minutes late, if I am not mistaken, but that's okay. But we should try and keep up our time as much as possible. There is a little bit of relaxation because we start opening the room around 10:45 is the time, 10:50 is the time that generally the room is open. If you open earlier, then maybe you should put in a message on the group saying that, you know, the room is open so that people know that you can start and come into the room and start chit-chatting, because I used to find that to be a very useful moment for us to do some networking. So generally people come into the meeting just immediately and the meeting is started and you go out of the meeting. That's it. And people are hungry by the end of it. So the person who's starting the meeting, either the Zoom master or the SA or whoever is starting the meeting, come about at least open the room about half an hour before. You don't need to put your videos on, but at least open the meeting so that there is a conversation, people are warming up. So that's one thing which I would like to suggest. There was a little bit of glitch in the SARS address. He came in and then there was a problem with the internet, but that's totally out of our control. But he came back and he repeated the whole thing again, and he did it with very good style and poise and confidence. I like that, Ajay, keep it up. The only thing I feel always that the SARS, there's a first voice spoken at a meeting. So I would like you to have some humor, some kind of voice, vocal variety, so that, you know, you charge up the crowd in a little bit and talk to the audience. Because what I feel is if the SARS is also doing just a speech, then it becomes a little monotonous beginning. You try to interact with the people, talk to the audience. I hope you understand what I'm saying. That difference will make a great change to the way people will perceive the SARS address. And a little bit of, you know, humor, a smile, a little bit of movement. और हिंदी में भी बात कर सकते हो, कोई problem नहीं है. Now I know how Ajay would feel comfortable. So Ajay, you can probably set a trend in the Toastmaster meetings. Whenever you do a SAR address, do it in Hindi, and you bring up your best through that as well. Great. So that is as far as the SARS address is concerned. And he introduced Brijesh, who was the presiding officer today. Congratulations, Brijesh. Is this your first time as a presiding officer? Okay. So generally in Toastmasters, it's always the president. That's why it's called the presiding officer. But the president slowly gives it off to the second in rank, which is the VP education. And then sometimes the VP education is not there, then people from the other ExCom committee can also take up the PO. Today, I felt that the SAR could have given a better introduction to Brijesh. You just introduced him as a PO, and it was a little bit of a, you know, water on duck's back kind of an introduction. I think a little bit of Josh, because Brijesh was also doing it for the first time. He needed that little bit of pep for him to take on the role and get on with it. Anyway, Brijesh did it in his usual style. He was unfettered by whatever happened. He took on the role, he got onto it, he said what he had to say. And there was a little bit of nervousness I could feel, but that's okay. That's the first time you're doing it. So now you know what presiding officer mean. It's not even table topics. It's not prepared speeches. You have to engage the audience. You have to have a message for the audience. So that is a different kind of communication. So I think that's the growth which we're talking about when you take up leadership roles. This is what you're going to be doing. And when you're standing there and you are talking something for the audience, it's a different game. But you did a good job on that. Excellent. And then comes our ever charming, always favorite woman of the club, Toastmaster Misha. Toastmaster Misha has a charm about her. I don't want to elaborate too much about it. She also has a great command over the language, which is also something I love. And she also she has a very professional way of speaking, which is why I think, she becomes noticeable. She makes an effort to make it a little bit of a formal engagement. I think you had prepared some poetry, you had prepared some phrases. I mean, it was not falling on a place, but I was listening to you. I could feel that you had either, given some thought to exactly how you wanted to present the theme. So very well done. I think you did talk about Toastmasters and women, which was a very unique angle. That 1975 was the first time we had a woman inclusion into the Toastmasters. Can you believe it? 1975. It took them so long to include women in the meetings. Anyway, so you also brought the Indian context of Sandeep Maheshwaran and Rekha, who were also responsible for the inclusion of the same concept for the Indian district, or the district which involves the Indian Toastmaster clubs. So that was great. And you also brought up the references of people and women in your life, and that too in Toastmasters. So wonderful, very well thought of. And I also like the way you gave everyone a thought. No, first of all, I like the way you addressed the gentlemen in the club and gave them a chance to talk about women, which is wonderful. So you gave the chance for them to say, we want to hear what you think about women. So that was a very nice way to put it. And yes, it was a little funny when you talked about women as a song and a food. And I was thinking, I hope I don't get that question, because I wouldn't have had an answer for those at all. But yeah, it was carried on very well. I loved it. There is the next was the introduction of the tag role players. So the timer, of course, our multitasker Tanmay tried his best. And by the way, Tanmay, you just showed me that the Toastmasters website has a way to do the timing screen now. So thanks for that. See, you guys are so smart, man. Tech savvy. I don't know what I should say. I didn't even know it. But is it a new feature, Tanmay?
Yeah, I mean, they're providing with all the tools that one requires to run a meeting. Starting from grammarian, you can create a grammarian report directly on the website, and since it's I mean, associated with our club, right? So you get all the members, so you can personalize it. I mean, using the member's name. For example, if I use Shreyan's name, and then I can start the timer on his name, so it will automatically create the report at the end of it.
Very nice. Kudos to that. I think you should transfer the learnings to the people who are going to be taking up the role as a timer in the future. The other one was, the other tag role player was the R counter. And again, Deepak is a very dedicated. Where is he? He's gone. Yeah, I think he's left. So Deepak is a very dedicated person when it comes to doing his roles, and also quite funny. So he did bring up the R counter report pretty detailed, and observed quite a few things which are important for all of us to take forth. And the grammarian, I don't have much to say, because whenever he comes on the stage, he has some unique magic ball, he just enthralls us with his First of all is laughter, and then is giggle, and then is unique way of presenting something. So Shreyans, we just love you to come up with these kind of amazing ideas. We want you to come more often, and I hope your exams are behind you now. You will be with us for some club meetings and do your speeches. I want you to also take up speeches so that you also see yourself improving in that line as well. After that, we got on to the table topics. The table topics was conducted by Lalit. Was it? He's also gone, is it? Lalit, yeah. Lalit, is this your first time that you've done the table topics, Master?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, very well done. Congratulations. You tried to stick to the theme quite a bit. I think you kind of lost topics by the fourth and the fifth, and then you got onto the generic one and quite vague ones, because I was thinking, where is this hobbies? And then we heard about Shreyans talking about assets and liabilities, and then we talk about pineapple topping on the pizza. So it was quite a khichdi of sorts today, the table topics, but very well done. You knew the process very well, and you seemed very confident about presenting the topic. But my suggestion to you, Lalit, would be that try to stick either to the theme or stick to the generic topic. That's okay. You don't need to follow up the theme of the Toastmaster of the day. You can make a mention that I'm taking a topic apart from the theme and then do it if you had it. But then when you mix it, people lose the, I think, was it Tanmay who said that he was preparing for something for the womania kind of topic, and then he was blown apart when he was asked to talk about pineapple toppings on the pizza. Anyway, we are still trying to understand why that topic was chosen. So I think you need to tell us about it at the end. As far as the speeches go, as I mentioned, I needed to make a special mention about this, and that's why I didn't talk about it earlier. I think Ashwin is a very, according to me, I'm noticing him a lot in the last few times that he has taken the stage. From the time that, by the way, when you won a place in the contest, in the club contest level, I found you to be very talented, very good with words, your poise, your choice of topics that you come up with is amazing. I only have one suggestion for you. I think you need to probably stand up and give a speech, get into a little bit of movement of your body, and definitely vocal variety. And if you think this particular speech today, if you would have, put some of your vocal variety into play, it would be a different level, because the topic was amazing. Like what Vishal said was, we were going through your anxiety. I was actually visualizing myself in the helicopter with the window open, with all your dress kept, whatever you need to wear before you fly out into the sky, and somebody telling you bye, and you had to take the first step. And what would you do? My heart was beating, and I actually thought maybe this speech would turn into something like, you would not want to jump into the sky and you would stay in the helicopter. That is what I thought it would be, because that is what I was feeling. I was feeling so nervous. So you took us through that heights of emotion through your wordplay. But Ashwin, just put a little bit more of vocal variety. I'm telling you, your speeches will be amazing. Amazing is not the word. I think you can even get the speech to an ISC level. Believe me, amazing. You can draft it, because it was the visualization that you created for us was very real, and we could actually feel your friend, embracing you, and how you got the calmness when the parachute was opened up. I mean, everything was so nicely communicated. So please, my plea to you is, try to get in vocal variety into every speech of yours, every speech. And that's how you're going to be seeing your improvement as well. So kudos to that. I really loved your speech, one of your best, and keep it up. As far as the general the speech evaluation is concerned, Vishal is just, going from one level to another all the time, and he has become a superb evaluator. I think you should now term him as a general evaluator. What is it? Always, he's going to be the general evaluator, because I think evaluation comes easy to you, very easy. And I think you look at very detailed parts of the speech. What I like when you mentioned about Ashwin's speech is, where was it? I had mentioned something. Yeah, when you talked about the fact that you were experiencing his emotion when he was going through, you also felt it. The way you described it, I can't see the word right now, but the way you described it was beautiful, and that was the highlight of his speech, and he brought it up very well. So, and also the same feedback that I gave him were quite similar to yours as well. Apart from, living in the moment, you mentioned about you made us live in the moment that you were experiencing. Those were the words that you used. So that with that, I think an excellent meeting, a very good team, enthusiastic role players, and just a little bit more concentrating on quality. Now, why I say quality is because even when you're taking the table topics, one is we all as speakers go through different levels of growth and learning. So the first thing is that we try to overcome our fears. We overcome our, facing the public, stammering, using our counter. So that is one part of it. Once we master that, or we think we are comfortable with that, don't stick there, guys. Try to get to a next level that every time you take the stage, you're going to bring up something unique. And that's the way I think you would see your own progress, because everyone was very good, but I know that some people can do better. I don't want to name it. You all know it. Everyone can do definitely slightly better than what you did, because I felt you did this last time as well. That was your level of speech or your level of comfort last time. So how do we make it slightly better? So if you keep that in mind, I think that's how you would see a difference. We're all here to improve ourselves. Unless we put that in our head, we are going to be doing the same thing every time. It has to be different. That's why when I come in as an evaluator, I just find very less scope for me to do too much in an evaluator's role. But it is important. So I would like to do it. But I'm saying that in speeches and table topics where that is your, that is a place that you're going to be judged on. Try to bring a different angle to it. Try to bring something unique. Like I like Shreyan's way of approaching. Even Misha always comes up with something unique. I like that, and keep that in your mind always. Whenever you're taking the stage, I'm going to bring up something unique. Even Joy had a very nice way to address roles like grammarian and even a timer. I think he had done it once, I remember. So try to see how you can do the same role differently. Apart from that, a great meeting. Congratulations. All the very best. And I leave it now to the Toastmaster of the day to close the rest of the session. Thank you. Oh, yes, we can launch. Yes, I forgot to say that. Please launch the polls. Maybe we can do it in the background. Is that okay, Tanmay? Misha can continue so that we don't lose time.
Yes. I'll launch in.
And take me out of the table topics voting, okay?
Ma'am, we can't hear you. I guess you're.
Yeah, so now I hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Misha. Over to you, Misha.
Thank you so much, Sudha ma'am, for such a detailed evaluation. We are all taking away a lot of learnings today, and we'll try to inculcate that in our next meeting and make it a better version of what we did today. Well, with this, now we come to the end of this beautiful Toastmaster meeting. It has been a beautiful experience for me to be the team out for today because this theme is extremely close to my heart. And it feels good to see all the amazing men having such beautiful thoughts and point of views on women. And it makes me believe that there will be a day there will be equality and respect. It is said that women, please excuse me. Sorry. It is said that women are complicated and it is difficult to fathom what women want. But I would actually like to answer this complicated question to the answer to which is extremely simple. The answer to which is extremely simple. It is only three words: respect, freedom, and equality. They say she needs love, but trust me, on giving a woman these three things, you have given her more than a lot more than love. And with these words, I would now like to conclude. I wish you all a very happy week ahead and hope to see you all in the next meeting. Thank you so much. And now I hand over the stage to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Brajesh. Over to you, Toastmaster Brajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Misha. What a wonderful compilation of this particular role of T-Mod. And on Friday, when I had a chat with you and you mentioned, just don't worry, I'll take up this role as T-Mod. I wasn't expecting, this meeting to be as beautiful as one you conceptualized and choreographed. So thank you very much for this.
Thank you, Brajesh.
Yeah.
One more thing, Sudha ma'am, the poetry I recited, I had written that in the beginning. The poetry I recited in the beginning, I had written that. So yeah, thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant. Put it on the group. I would like to read it in leisure.
I
Yeah.
surely will. I'm going for an open mic right now, so I'll be reciting the same poem. So I will share the videos as well. So yes. So I will have to drop out
Brilliant.
now. I have had a great time. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating
you.
today. Thank you so much and have a great week ahead.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha, and all the best for your open mic session. I'm sure you're gonna rock it.
Thank you, Brajesh.
Yeah. So while we are conducting polls, Tanmay, I believe we're done with all three polls. I'll just check with guests how were their experience. So Sonia, you would want to provide your feedback on how the meeting was. What did you like? And if there are any suggestions for us to improve the meeting.
The meeting was very amazing. I really enjoyed my time here. And the feedback would be like, if it is an offline, like on the site meeting, that would really, help us to overcome the fear actually facing the public, face to face. That's the thing. And rest, everything is amazing. Everyone just gave a fantastic speech. It's very good. Thank you.
Sure, Sonia. Thank you. And I would like to commend you for your table topic speech. Believe me, when I joined this club for the first time and I was giving the table topic speech, I was wondering what should I speak for 1 minute. And you almost qualify for a prepared speech with the time you spent on your table topic. So that is commendable. And your feedback is well taken. Our next session would be a physical one. So we would be excited to see you there. VP membership Tanmay will reach out to you and let you know the details about the location. Next, we move to guest Priyanka. So Priyanka, any feedback from your end?
Hello. Yeah, it was a wonderful session. I hope in next meetings I would gain that much confidence to speak to you all people. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Sure, we would be excited to have you again in the next meeting and take up the role of a table topic speaker.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next, I would go to Toastmaster Arun, since this is your first meeting as a Toastmaster. How was your experience? Arun, can you hear me? I believe there's some network issue probably. So we are not able to reach out to Toastmaster Arun. Yes, Sudha ma'am.
Yeah, if I may, this is just a reach out to Priyanka. Priyanka, I think you are at a place where you're not going to be judged. You're not going to be, put in any awkward position. Be rest assured, because we were all there where you are today. So unless you take the leap or switch on your video and start talking, even if you lose words for a minute, 2 minutes, whatever. This has happened to us. I mean, I'm sure Ajay can say that, Vishal can say that, Brijesh, you all have gone through very similar situations, including me. So I think this is not anything new, Priyanka. So what I want to tell you is the tomorrow never comes.
Right.
That also I'll tell you. You will never see that you will be 100% comfortable. You will never be comfortable to make the start. So
Yes,
please do that, take a plunge and just start somewhere. That's what I would like to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Sudha ma'am, for your feedback. What I would just add on to this is, as Ashwin mentioned, that you should go ahead with extreme sporting activities. I believe public speaking is a lot more riskier, the nervousness, the butterflies in stomach. Like I can tell you from my experience of river rafting, yes, it was amazing, but the first day in this meeting of Mumbai Speakers Toastmaster Club, I was more nervous than diving in Ganga and doing the whitewater river rafting.
I actually mentioned that butterflies graduated to dragons, but I think people miss that point.
So, and Ashwin, I love the background you have. You highlighted some of the prominent women.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Okay, grammarian will come and tell me it's women, not women's. Apologies. Yes. So, Toastmaster Tanmay, we have the.
Yeah, we have the awards ready. Just give me a second. I'll share my screen.
Sure.
no music.
There was a drum roll, right?
Right.
Hey, Tanmay, maybe you can discard, like plug off your headphones, then we can hear the music.
Hello. Hi, Brijesh. Yeah, you were saying something?
What I mentioned is if you plug out your headphones, then music is audible to everyone else.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, thank you. Maybe next
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Sure.
So congratulations to all the winners.
Congrats, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations and have a good Sunday lunch, all of you.
And when we are having our next offline meeting, I'm saying
Next
from past
week.
two meetings.
Next week for sure, Shreya.
Yeah, and I have my exams on 3rd. So, but I can come. I can go.
Hey,
You
you're
have
engineering
to, you have to
student.
take your break from studies anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I will definitely come.
So, anyway, Shreyan's engineering students are known.
Yeah,
for
we study a day
midnight
before
oil,
exam.
right? Yeah. And now you have Chat GPT as well. It will tell you.
I was just going to say that.
I can't use that on my.
You know what, Shreyans, you have really
Yeah.
kept a doubt in everybody's mind now. The way
Yeah.
you've introduced ChatGPT to all of us.
Guys, I have to go there and write from my own hand, not from Chat GPT's hand.
Anyway, great. I think we also need to do the 100th meeting announcement to the members, Brijesh. So we are going to
I
be
can-
having our 100th meeting very soon.
I guess Toastmaster Vishal will be there in Bombay, right?
I am
When we
there
are
in the
having
weekend of Good Friday, but we
Good
need to
Friday.
check on the attendance because we have quite a few Catholics also in our.
What is
in
the
our
day?
club.
What is the date? Date jara
Which is-
batao.
Let me check.
7th, so
What is
9th,
the date?
9th April is a Sunday.
Yeah, 9th
And
April
when-
is a Sunday and 7th is Good Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that will be like a Easter